What is going on, Ada Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central. My name is Fareed. As a part of today's video, I want to jump straight into some updates surrounding the AXO Liquidity Seed event, which will take place about 1 week before this revolutionary trading platform and DEX launches on Cardano. As always, if you appreciate content like this, I would appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by, consider subscribing for more. And last but not least, if you have any questions for me, then make sure to go ahead and leave them down below. So we got a pretty big announcement surrounding the AXO Liquidity Seed event. It states here the AXO LSE for short will basically offer the community a chance to exchange their ADA and a select number of Cardano native assets for AXO. The AXO airdrop withdrawal will also be available at the protocol launch. If you guys missed the update surrounding their ISPO vaults and the claims surrounding that, I do have a separate video breaking all that information down. But in a nutshell, if you went ahead and provided KYC and made sure to claim your ISPO tokens, those should now be available, or at least the first portion of those, the portion that is not vested or locked in the vesting contract, should be available at the actual protocol's launch. Now, the LSE will be taking place exactly 3 days and 12 hours from the time that I'm shooting this video, which is going to be equivalent to January 9th at 12 p.m. GMT. Now, this article states this crucial event aims to generate protocol-owned liquidity vital for populating AXO's virtual order book and ensuring a smooth trading experience. Now, it bears restating that 100% or all of the funds generated during the LSE will be locked to the actual protocol. So none of this will be going to the team or any other aspects relating to AXO other than populating and allowing or facilitating for trades to take place on the order book style DEX. In terms of eligibility for tokens that will be supported, we're going to jump into those in just a minute. Now, 525,000 of the AXO tokens are going to be available for the LSE, where participants can exchange ADA in various Cardano native assets or tokens, or also known as CNTs, in exchange for AXO. 262,000 AXO tokens, or about half of that supply, will be dedicated to the ADA/AXO trading pair, underscoring its importance in the trading ecosystem and helping the protocol generate initial ADA liquidity. This makes perfect sense. That is probably going to be the most traded pair on their order book style DEX. Therefore, we're seeing the majority of the liquidity being raised, right, going straight towards the ADA/AXO pair. Now, I want to quickly jump into their tokenomics in order to kind of bring this into perspective exactly how much of the total supply will be going towards this LSE. So right now, this 525,000 AXO will be all of the unlocked treasury tokens right now, which will be available. If we take a look at their tokenomics, we have 20% going towards the team, and 5% of that will be given over annually over a 4-year term. We've got 25% of the allocation of tokens going towards their treasury, 45% towards platform rewards, 5% towards their airdrop or their ISPO, and then 5% going towards a private sale. In terms of the total supply, there's going to be a total of 42 million of the AXO tokens. So doing a little bit of math, if we take 42 million and we grab just about 25% of that, that gives us roughly 10 million or so tokens. If we take 5% of that 10 million allocation, that will give us the 525,000 AXO tokens that will be going towards the LSE. So again, 5% of the total 25% going towards their treasury is what is going to be unlocked and going towards their liquidity seed event. Jumping back over into the article, it continues to state here, the remaining 262,000 AXO tokens will be used to acquire Cardano's most popular tokens to seed their initial virtual order book. Thanks to the efficient design of AXO, only a minimal amount of liquidity is needed. So this particular graphic breaks everything down. Let me actually go ahead and open that up in a separate tab. And what we're going to do is just zoom in just a little bit here. And let's go ahead and check out this list. So we have the likes of the following assets. We've got ADA, of course, that's going to be the biggest allocation, followed by AGIX. We've got Bank, Book, CGI, Clay, JPEG, LenFi, LiFi, LQ, MELD, MILK, basically every single token, right, that has a name within the ecosystem is listed here as a part of the LSE. So we even have newcomers into the space such as Optum and the OPT token. We've got SNEC, Society, Sunday, Wi-Fi, World Mobile, Indigo, and IUSD, just to name a few. I'll go ahead and leave the link to this particular graphic down below, but I wanted to quickly touch on that fact as a part of this update as well. So as you guys can see, each of those tokens does have its own separate allocation. For example, something like Bank, which is a meme coin, has a much lower allocation than something like the AGIX token or something like MELD and LQ. So it looks like the team has done a little bit of due diligence surrounding the potential demand for some of these assets and aligned the allocation of AXO as so. Scrolling down in terms of how this is going to work. So the algorithm prices, or there will be an algorithm that's going to price, the AXO token, and that's going to be based on the percentage of time that has elapsed since the start of the LSE. Now, this is also going to take into account the percentage of the allocation that remains. What that means is that if more tokens are bought than time has elapsed, then the price will increase as the demand has exceeded the supply. Now, inversely or similarly, prices will decrease if more time has passed than supply is remaining. So this will be a dynamic model, basically stating that if you are in early during the LSE, you may get better prices than somebody who comes in, given the fact that we don't know if there's going to be a big rush. Now, just speaking about the sentiment that I've seen on the network so far, there does seem to be a lot of people who are interested in the LSE, which tells me that if you are going to be getting in later, that you might be paying a slight premium on AXO. But it doesn't seem like that second scenario is going to play out, where there's going to be more supply, right, over a longer period of time. I think that there's going to be diminishing supply as more time goes on. Now, that is not financial advice. Take that with a grain of salt and do your own due diligence. Now, I'm not a mathematician, so I'm not going to break down exactly how they are going to be focusing or identifying that dynamic value of AXO. But if you are into math, that equation is listed here. In closing, when it comes to the actual pricing for the Cardano native tokens, the team will use the price of Cardano in order to identify the corresponding Cardano native tokens value. So to determine the price of Cardano native tokens in relation to AXO, an oracle will observe the price of AXO/ADA, or that AXO/ADA trading pair, and each Cardano native token /ADA pair. For example, if one AXO is worth 40 ADA and one Shen is worth half of an ADA, then one AXO will be equivalent to 80 Shen. So whatever the value of the ADA/AXO token is going for, or that pair is going for, that is what's going to be used in order to dictate the Cardano native tokens value with respect to AXO. Now, I want to take a brief moment to quickly highlight an important note with respect to the LSE. That's the fact that there's going to be no lockup associated with this event. This means that as soon as you receive your AXO tokens, you can sell those on the open market as you wish. So it states here, there's going to be no lockup with the LSE, and users are going to be free to buy AXO at favorable prices and take profits as desired. Again, this is all going to be given their dynamic pricing model and exactly how early you get in and how much demand there is for the AXO token on the open market. By pricing the demand, the team will be able to discover the true price of the AXO token. So pretty simple. Hopefully that makes sense. In terms of actually getting access or getting started when the LSE kicks off, everyone is going to be welcome to participate in the LSE. There's going to be no need to whitelist or to pre-register. Now, to take part, you can visit the LSE landing page. I'll go ahead and leave that below. At 11 a.m. GMT, or about an hour before the LSE begins, you will be automatically loaded into the AXO trading interface or pre-trading. If you guys want to familiarize yourself with the trading interface, I do have a separate video breaking down everything that this platform has to offer, so I'll go ahead and leave that down in the description below. From there, you'll have an opportunity to place your buy orders before trading begins, eliminating price sniping. Again, this will allow for you to potentially move your orders up or down in the order books given the trading that you see, or the orders, I should say, coming in from other potential traders. Now, last but not least, post the LSE, there's going to be a 2-day preparation phase where the price discovery algorithm is going to be stopped. Now, the protocol liquidity will actually be added to their liquidity bonding strategies for a healthy order book at launch. Last and finally, not least, we have the AXO mainnet being announced as coming on January 16th at 12 p.m. GMT. So AXO, the revolutionary trading protocol, is now ready for prime time. Again, I'll be probably dropping more content as the LSE kicks off here again in 3 days, or on January 9th at 12 p.m. GMT, followed by their mainnet launch on January 16th at 12 p.m. GMT. If you want to go ahead and provide liquidity or your ADA in exchange for AXO, whether that is, again, just for the ADA/AXO trading pair, or for any of the other Cardano native tokens that you can swap for AXO, again, I'll leave that down below. You can go ahead and do that as a part of the LSE. Now, keep in mind that as soon as the LSE completes, you can then actually utilize those AXO tokens and sell them as you wish. So there's going to be no lockup period once the actual LSE begins and you receive your AXO tokens. So that will do it here for today's video. Again, wanted to quickly touch on AXO and what they're going to be launching. If you guys found this particular update to be helpful, I would appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by Dapp Central and you want more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. And last but not least, if you have any questions, then make sure to go ahead and leave them down below. That said, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.